had to make a judgment of who was going to be on the donkey of the day. They chose you.
Yes. The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Yes, donkey of the day for Wednesday, March 4th goes to James Dolan and the New York Knicks administration. First of all, F. James Dolan, the New York Knicks, as a staff, basketball organization, and mother effing crew. Now, we all know without a doubt Spike Lee has been the most popular figure at MSG for at least the past 20 years. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay, Drake is to the Toronto Raptors what Spike Lee has been to the New York Knicks for as long as I've been alive. Okay, outside of Jack Nicholson, there's not too many people who have the presence at basketball games that Spike Lee has. But yesterday, the most disrespectful thing that happened in the Garden since Charles Oakley got arrested happened when Spike Lee was asked not to use the employee entrance. No need for me to explain. Spike Lee was on First Take yesterday explaining the situation himself.
I've been using the same entrance for 28 plus years. The employee's entrance on 33rd Street. Last night, I go in, my ticket gets scanned. I'm in. The elevator.
Yes.
I go in the elevator, and also people having their ticket scanned also. And elevator's not moving. And the security guy comes to me and says, we need you to get off the elevator. I said, for what? So we could speak about it now. I said, I'm not getting out of the elevator. So it's another 5 minutes. Then they finally send the elevator up because they know I'm not getting out the elevator. Get on the elevator. As you know, people don't know, the garden floor is on the 5th floor. Elevator go up to 5, and security's waiting for me like it just ran out of Macy's stealing something. They wanted me to leave the garden, walk outside, out to 33rd Street, employee entrance where I came from, walk outside, and come back on 31st Street. And I said, I'm not doing that. First of all, you scan my ticket. You can't scan a ticket twice. Also, I know that once you leave a sporting arena event, you can't come back in. So I don't trust these guys, so I'm not going for the okie doke.
Also, why are you taking a perp walk? For what?
Let me just get it.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So I said, I'm not leaving. Then they said, we want you to leave the garden. I put my hands behind my back, and I said, arrest me like my brother Charles Oakley. Then I got here. There's some brothers I know. I grew up in Fort Greene, Brooklyn, as Spike Man. If we take you in the elevator and go up the 6th floor, not outside the garden, go up the 6th floor, we'll walk you to your seat. I said, bet. So at halftime, Dolan comes over to me and says, we need to talk. I said, talk about what? We need to talk. I said, Mr. Dolan, I've been coming through this entrance for 28 years.
Now, the New York Knicks released a statement. They said the idea that Spike Lee is a victim because we have repeatedly asked him to not use our employee entrance and instead use a dedicated VIP entrance, which is used by every other celebrity who enters the Garden, is laughable. It's disappointing that Spike would create this false controversy to perpetuate drama. He is welcome to come to the Garden anytime via the VIP or general entrance, just not through our employee entrance, which is what he and Jim agreed to last night when they shook hands. Now, look, I understand if rules are rules, but if you've been bending the rules for me for over 20 plus years, right? Letting me come through the employee entrance, then you can't change a player's game in the 9th inning. This isn't just any celebrity. It's Spike Lee, who has meant more to the Knicks. Who has meant more to the Knicks than Spike Lee? Who? I'd be spiked out. I could trip a referee. There's not a person alive who doesn't sit courtside and feel like Spike Lee regardless of what arena you in, okay? If Spike Lee is not an employee of the Knicks, he should be, all right? Drake's role is global ambassador of Toronto. Well, Spike, a 2-time Oscar winner, should be the global ambassador of the New York Knicks, okay? He's already an unofficial ambassador, so to let him use the employee entrance is not a stretch at all. What I don't understand is when you are as trash as the New York Knicks, why would you ever insult one of your most loyal paying customers? Listen to how much Spike Lee said he paid over the years for Knicks tickets.
$3,400 per ticket per game, totaling $299,000 for a pair for the year when you add preseason.
So you're talking about $300,000 a year times almost 30 years when you adjust for inflation. Yeah. So you have given them about what, the equivalent of $10 million
I look stupid
over
now.
the years. And that,
I look like a Mama Luke.
Something like that.
Listen, I can relate. You know why I can relate? Because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. But you know how much I've spent on Dallas Cowboy tickets over the past 20 years?
How many?
Nothing. I'm not stupid enough to go to a goddamn game, all right? Okay? How can anyone with a good conscience, anyone with any integrity, support this organization? And I think Spike feels the same way. Listen to what Spike says he's doing.
Are you going back to a Knicks game this year?
Not this year.
Are you considering?
No, I'm coming back next year, but I'm done for the season. I'm done.
I think people should follow Spike's lead. Stop going to Knicks games, not just for the rest of this season, but period. Okay?
We'll take you over at the Brooklyn Nets. It's not that far.
He's from Brooklyn. It would make more sense, you know? Stop going to Knicks games until James Dolan sells the New York Knicks. James Dolan doesn't care about y'all. He had Charles Oakley arrested. They disrespected Spike Lee. And worst of all, the New York Knicks are just trash. And they will be trash until James Dolan sells the team. They need a whole new culture with the Knicks, all right? You do realize things like this make it harder and harder for y'all to get good players. Because what player in their right mind would come to New York when they see how Knicks players treat their legendary players and legendary super fans? I understand y'all love the Knicks. I get it, but they don't love you back. To all Knicks fans, let me repeat my favorite quote right now for the second time this morning. Don't let your loyalty become slavery. If they don't appreciate what you bring to the table, let them eat alone. Only reason James Dolan not eating alone yet is because y'all keep being his dinner guest in that damn garden, and it makes no sense because the food not even good. Okay, y'all just glutton for pain at this point. Like the title of Spike's 89 classic, do the right thing and stop going to the games like Spike has chosen to do. Remember this quote, when we treat people merely as they are, they will remain as they are. When we treat them as if they were what they should be, they will become what they should be. Y'all keep going to Knicks games, so nothing changes. Start treating them like the trash-ass product they are and stop attending games. I guarantee James Dolan eventually sells the team, and the Knicks will finally become the solid franchise you want them to be. Please let Remy Ma give James Dolan and the New York Knicks the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
Now, if you live in New York and you want to come to a Nets game, the train is probably about a 20-minute ride from the Garden to go to the Barclays. So
good time to sell you.
And there's a game tonight. We're playing the Grizzlies. And shout out to Sadra. We all know Sadra here. She works for the Brooklyn Nets. And she today just got a promotion.
Nice.
So congratulations, Sadra. She will be overseeing all of the employee resource groups.
Dropping a clues box for Sadra.
For BSC Global.
Ask Sadra when I go to the game, can I go through the employee entrance?
You definitely cannot because you don't support the way Spike Lee supports or did support the Knicks.
Yeah, and you'll buy New York team lover.
But as soon as you make that switch and say that you are a Brooklyn Nets fan first, maybe they'll let you do it once.
Nah, the Brooklyn Nets showed me a lot of love. I ain't even going to front. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, man. I appreciate it.
Pick a side, bro.
And they let me go through the employee interest. They definitely do. So thank you to the Brooklyn Nets.
You're a buy team lover.
So?
They let you park there sometimes.
Yep. Yes, they do. Yeah, so. And shout out to Poppy, too, that holds me down in there.
I thought about Sadra.
Shout out to the whole squad over there.
I thought about Sadra the other day because I saw her ex in the barbershop.
Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, her ex asked about it. I don't know why he asked about you, Sadra, but he did ask about you.
What did you say?
I said she is happy with children now.
Is she?
You missed out.
Is she?
Sir.
Sadra is prospering. Okay?
Yes, she is.
Sadra living her best life.
Shout out to Sadra. All right, now, when we come back.
Up for you, Sadra.
Ask Yee, 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, call Yee right now. The number again is 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Come on.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.